Thank you. Here's perhaps a controversial statement. Digital isn't a bad word. It's not even inaccurate to say that our work is digital. Our steno keys show up digitally on the right side of our CAT screen. We email digital transcripts often without ever printing the transcript. Even our signatures are called digital signatures. That means I never have to print and physically sign a piece of paper, which is unfortunate for a guy who likes to collect fine fountain pens. So when we use the word digital pejoratively, what we're really referring to is replacement, a concerted effort that is happening to try to replace us with machines. We've been saying the refrain for years. Machines cannot replace us. We don't sit idly and hit record and hope for the best. And if we can't hear something, oh well, inaudible. That's unacceptable. You simply cannot trust a machine with something as important as a court transcript with constitutional issues at stake in the outcome. For such an important function, you need a human being at the helm, highly trained, paying close attention, able to produce and certify the written record. We are not machines. Even so, here's an unpopular opinion about us stopping digital. We're not going to. There will always be digital recorders, just like there will always be some hybrid of remote and on-site work. But we can and should fight to maintain our turf as stenographers. And if we fight the right way, as intelligent human beings, there will always be stenographers. What we cannot do if we hope to maintain our turf in this industry is keep saying, steno is the gold standard because it has always been the gold standard and will always be the gold standard. That might make us feel good, but the competition is out there trying very hard to prove us wrong. We cannot keep doing what we've always done because that's what got us to where we are today. If we want to survive, we have to fight and fight smart. So what do? We need a major strategy shift. We need to be creative and try new things. So here are a few of my humble suggestions. First, as tempting as it may be, never ever attack someone online who says they are studying to become a digital court reporter. They may not have even heard of steno. Responding with vitriol will only push them farther away to the point of even resenting us. Instead, let's try to win them over and say, that's great that you're interested in a career in court reporting. Did you know that instead of making $15 to $25 an hour as a digital, you could be earning a starting salary of $60, $70, $80, $90,000 a year with benefits and transcript income on the side? You are so much more valuable as a human stenographic court reporter than as a machine operating button pusher. Second, we need to advertise our field. In this way, we are falling behind. I would personally call on NCRA to loosen the purse strings and begin promoting steno nationwide. After all, certifications and CEUs won't matter if there aren't any new members coming in to earn them. And in promoting our field, we need to change the public's perception about stenography. We are not outdated and obsolete or just some quasi-secretary sitting in the corner. But if something gets repeated over and over again without a counter-narrative, it becomes the reality. I can't tell you how many events I've captioned where people ask me afterwards how the AI works. I explain to them there's nothing artificial about that intelligence. It's my intelligence that makes the words show up on the screen. Here's another major change in the way we should think about our field. We need to embrace stenographers as whole people, not just highly skilled verbatim reporters and real-time writers. Sure, we are that, but there's so much more to us as human beings. For example, at our last StenoMasters meeting, we heard two powerful speeches from members who shared their personal experiences with domestic violence. One was a current reporter with almost 4 decades of experience. The other is a current student. Both of them almost walked away from this field because of their painful experiences with domestic violence. Fortunately, they persevered. But imagine how many more people have their own painful experiences, but have never had a chance to deal with it or a proper forum to discuss it publicly. There might be a steno student going through it right now who could turn to our industry for support, if only they knew that we were here for them. That's why networking and community are so important. That's why people need to join their state associations and volunteer on committees. That's why we created StenoMasters. One final important way we can embrace whole people is through our CEU programs. It's ironic to me that the NCRA CEU program has a list of topics that have been deemed ineligible for CEU credit, when those categories are the very things that distinguish us from machines. Just listen to this list. First, sports, fitness, and exercise. Second, arts and music. My experience of playing the piano for hours and hours for years growing up is quite literally the reason I picked up steno so quickly. Third, recreations and hobbies. Things a machine certainly doesn't have, along with number 4, personal development, health, and welfare, and number 5, religion and spirituality. I know one real-time captioner who provides pro bono captioning services for her church. And even when she was back in school, she would be defining biblical names into her dictionary so that they would translate correctly. And then the final category, which is one that I actually agree with, and that's animal husbandry. I can't really find a legitimate link between that and steno. I don't pretend to have all the answers to overcome the many challenges we face, but I believe one important tactic to saving our fields of stenographic reporting and captioning lies in welcoming all sorts of people with different interests, passions, motivations, and backgrounds. We should let them know that they will be valued and supported and that they can have a thriving career in steno. If someone dresses differently or has a different sexual orientation or religious affiliation, who cares as long as they take their skills seriously and they're damn good at their job? We're not machines, we're human beings. So let's embrace that so that we do in fact remain the gold standard.